Dear Chair, honourable members, in a few months' time, COVID-19 has fundamentally changed the labour market prospects across Europe. We are now facing a second wave of the pandemic. Although we hope that the vaccine will soon be available, we expect the employment and social situation to be affected for the time yet. It is against this backdrop that I present to you today the Commission's proposal for a Joint Employment Report 2021. It is a long-standing component of the semester autumn package. In this special year, it reflects the impact of the crisis, focuses on the policy response by Member States, and includes a forward-looking dimension, helping Member States identify priorities for reform and investment with a view to preparing national recovery and resilience plans. COVID-19 broke a 6-year-long positive trend in employment. Only 1 year ago, in the last quarter of 2019, we counted in the EU 27 a record number of 209.3 million people in employment. By the second quarter of 2020, this number had gone down by 6.1 million, the largest drop ever recorded in 2 consecutive quarters. On the other hand, in October 2020, unemployment increased moderately, reaching 7.6 in the European Union and 8.4 in the euro area. This can be explained because the swift and massive implementation of short-time work schemes by Member States helped maintain jobs. New Europe's short-time work support scheme SURE is there to back up national schemes. It is important that Member States keep in place short-time work schemes during the health emergency, following, by the way, the OECD recommendation to maintain the aid schemes for jobs and for companies. At the same time, it is key to invest in active labour market policies, effective employment services, skilling, upskilling and reskilling, and to support labour markets adjustments, responding to ongoing transitions and restructuring. Coordinated measures are needed to ensure a smooth redeployment of labour across sectors, notably towards the green and digital ones. This reallocation will not take place automatically, and therefore active labour market policies are needed. Next Generation EU, with its Recovery and Resilience Facility, will provide large-scale financial support for reforms and investments. This will be crucial with a view to boosting inclusive growth, support job creation, and make the EU economies and societies more resilient and better prepared for the green, digital, and demographic transitions. Young people remain a special concern. In October 2020, more than 3 million young people, and even 5.4 if we include the needs, were unemployed. Youth unemployment rose more substantially, reaching 17.5% in the EU and 18% in the euro area. Youth unemployment rates have increased significantly and are close to 40% in countries like Spain and Greece. Therefore, a successful implementation of the reinforced youth guarantee and the youth employment support initiative, relying on well-functioning public employment services and education and training systems, will be crucial. The Joint Employment Report provides further reflections where the Recovery and Resilience Facility would bring a particular added value. Upskilling and reskilling for people of all ages, the crisis hit workers in non-standard forms of employment particularly hard, above all temporary employees, of which many are women and young. Almost 17% of all temporary jobs were destroyed in the first half of 2020. This calls for measures to ensure that labour market segmentation is reduced, that adequate working conditions and fair wages are ensured, and that workers on non-standard forms of work gain access to social protection. The crisis also highlights the importance of strong social protection systems. They play a key role in tackling poverty and inequalities, which are expected to exacerbate due to the crisis. Countries have scaled up support to vulnerable groups, during the crisis, but social protection systems face structural challenges. At the same time, adequate housing policies are needed. It is important to ease access to social and affordable housing, and the proposal relative to renovation, which is a solution for access to social and affordable housing, will also allow the creation of hundreds of thousands of jobs. To ensure a successful recovery, we need to accelerate and accompany the green and digital transition, foster employment, taking advantage of the ongoing transitions and the changing world of work in order to create quality jobs and ensure fair working conditions. Finally, strengthen and modernize social protection systems so that people can successfully navigate the transitions and our society remains resilient. The upcoming action plan to implement the European Pillar of Social Rights will flesh this out. It will be a plan for social resilience and upward convergence. But this means also that the Member States must make the most of the European Recovery and Resilience Facility, REACT-EU and ESF+. They should engage in positive reforms and investments in their national plans with full involvement of social partners. Our common aim should be to rebuild our economies and societies in a more sustainable, inclusive and fairer manner. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Schmit.